Hi everybody, my name is Marietta. I am doing the general predictions for March 2023 for all sun signs. Starting off with the water signs. Remember, these are general readings, not specific individual readings, which you can always book on mariettatiernissen.com. So without further delay, I set myself up here on my patio to have a bit more fresh air, and I shuffled the cards. I will use the Rider-Waite deck and use the Celtic Cross to give you an overview of your month, March, or then just into the first week of April. This is then for water signs, starting off with 22nd of February to about the 22nd of March for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, you at the moment are charging forward. And by the way, today is a full moon in Virgo opposing the sun in Pisces. And it's time for us all to put our dreams into reality, also to let go of illusions, to making sure that we discipline ourselves in getting to do what we need to be doing. Also, what is a good new beginning is all clearing, cleaning, cleansing, and healing of our own emotions, plus really looking at that we live in today and take responsibility for our own actions. At the moment, you're charging forward. What is crossing you, what is really a challenge, is that you want to set yourself up as a Nine of Pentacles, as a woman who is very much living her own freedom, having all the coins. She can even has the power to call in this falcon or not. So it's a very secure financial card with a lot of abundance and also freedom and the feeling of space and liberty and harmony. What is at the moment crowning you is that you really want to be the empress. So some of the Piscean people will most probably fall pregnant, or it's a good time to fall pregnant. Others want to use their creativity for new beginnings in the creative field, or as a mother, or as a female amongst maybe other females. Underlying is a bit of the Six of Cups, which is the card of thinking back of good memories, a bit nostalgic, which is also very common to the feelings that we have during a full moon. In the past, you had victory, you charged forward, so you definitely reached a certain goal. Where in the near future, we have a card that is called Justice, and Justice is here a major arcana card, which has to do with either signing contracts. So be aware of signing contracts, that you also look at the fine print, or it's divorce papers, or it's a marriage, or it's just a court case that looks like it will really rock your world, in the sense of that you have a major tower card at the moment for this present circumstances, which means that things will happen fast but not as you expected. And sometimes it actually crashes all illusions for you then to build up a new foundation. It could be very traumatic, but do not allow your circumstances to spiral into any kind of self pity or depression, because every sort of what we call a negative circumstance or event has always grace in it. So often we look at it later and we know what the reason was for this. And if we don't know, we still know that it was the Lord's plan. Then crossing you is fast speed, the wheel of fortune. And if your fortune wasn't really there, although you had success in the past, This means that you need to ride this wave and really move forward and not procrastinate anything, as we then see the happy card of family and the family together and all the cups, and the um, palace in the background says the harmony, happy family, abundance, health, and all the good things that you really wish for, to then come to a point towards the end of the month where you don't know what to choose. So, this is being stuck in the head, which you need to then weigh up and know that you've come to an end, total end of an old life. And if the Justice card in this respect is the end of a job or a marriage, or that you really have to take responsibility for your health here, then this means that you need to let go. The Death card is in timing, something that takes time, but it always results in a rebirth. So you can't stay stuck in the Death card, but you can also not kick a dead horse alive. So it's up to you to start a complete new chapter, have a rebirth, birth, and be then the King of Pentacles, which is either female or male, or that you meet a person like that who helps you in your finances or in business, or who is then a mentor or advisor for you to then have total bliss in the middle of April and happiness, and the cup is overflowing. This is an emotional card, so you don't have to fear the Death card, because it actually brings a good new beginning with help from others, and it is all just. Life is not always fair. It's not fair, and nobody said that life would be fair, but life is always an up and down. And in this instant, you actually have a shake up and a wake up to then see the ending to your old life, to have a new beginning and a new rebirth into a new life. This then for March, for Pisces. Till next time. Now I want to put down the cards for Cancer, which starts on the 22nd of June till about 23rd of July. Star sign Cancer for the month of March 2023. Remember, these are general readings. If they do not resonate with you, just let it go. And if you want a personal reading, go to mariettatennison.com. For Cancer, in the here now, Cancerians, dear Cancerians, you're in a position where you actually feel that there was a fight, misunderstanding, or conflict even in your mind, where you have a no win-win situation. It's kind of that for March, it seems that in the past all was well, but that at the moment in your mind you had the Three of Rods, which is always waiting for the ships to come in. So at the moment you don't really have a card that pushes you forward, but you're quite stuck. And the challenge is that you need to be the emperor. In other words, really see to it that you put your life in order, that you organize, that you have business plans, that you have disciplines in life like regular exercise, good food. So use also today's full moon to put back some disciplines into your life, with stopping with addictions like overeating, overworking, eating junk food, drinking too much. Because the card here that comes underneath is a lot of confusion, maybe even delusions, and also a lot of confusion. And it could also be deception or too much alcohol, drugs, all those kind of addictions. So really look at your life, look at yourself straight in the mirror, and ask yourself where you need to improve your life, as in the near future there is a celebration, three people coming together and celebrating something. So that could be even an invite to an event or just a family gathering, but it's joy and it's a lovely connection. But what you are experiencing at the moment is the devil card. And having the devil card together with underlying in your subconscious the moon card says to me there is some other addiction or that you're really stuck here in your own misery. And remember, your own misery you can only change by changing your thoughts, by stopping thinking and learning to have some awareness of the present moment, to be then in control of your emotions, because your thoughts create your emotions. And if you have a certain illness, then really look at it, because the King of Rods is then somebody or yourself who comes in, who is very clear, who takes control, who takes action. So I have the feeling it's yourself to then move into a new beginning. The Fool is always like somebody who really is not much concerned with anything but full of faith and walking forward. And it's not being an idiot, it's being a fool with curiosity and faith and a lot of courage moving forward in a simplistic way as well, because he doesn't have a lot of baggage. He walks forward into a new life to then come to a position where he or she is a Queen of Cups, which means you start looking at your emotions and you start taking control, most likely, of whatever it is that at the moment needs to have the focus. This is then for March. For you, Cancerians, till next time, lots of love. The next reading is for Scorpions. Scorpions, Scorpion sun signs are from 22nd of November till the 22nd of December. And this is for the month of March. What do I need to know for Scorpions? And it's a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want a personal reading, go to my website, mariettatennison.com, which has a booking online, payment online, and I do Zoom meetings. Very easy, foolproof. So here then for Scorpions, you are at the moment also in the near past, you were definitely looking at the ships to come in. So it was a static situation where you were just waiting for new happenings, new beginnings, and you are not in a good space at the moment, as you feel that you move into the near future into a lack consciousness. Because this is a small arcana, you can change this. So, with attitude of gratitude and abundance, and seeing the people that are your support system, and seeing the window here of the church as being a bright light, you neglect the fact that you have people who can help you. You neglect the fact that there are people around and that this is just a temporary situation, more created by your mind than in reality. And if you have a reality at the moment of lack, then see to it what you can put into place to organize more your finances, your budget, your life to come out of this situation, because small arcana cards are events that we can change. So, because even in your knowing, there's the Page of Swords, which is a new beginning or a new message or an email that has come in or text message that has come in and a new endeavor, but you're not quite sure how to handle it. So you're like a child taking up this new sword, not completely mature enough to handle it as yet, but you're willing to move forward. And underlining, it seems that you take a short trip and that you want to go a bit away to get away from problems. But although you get away for a weekend or 3 days, there are the swords. So you take your problems along, but it might create some space between you and your circumstances to give you a new viewpoint of what is to come. Then in the now card, it feels like either you or somebody else is not completely honest here. And this is the card of sneaking away at night with these souls, which could also mean that you are the victim, in inverted commas, of somebody else betraying you. So be very careful that you cross the T's, put the I dots on the I when you have a new beginning in something. And the challenge is to really be kind and gentle to the people around you, and that you have a choice of two opportunities. So look at these, that you can feel what is good. And feeling means that you really look at it with heart and mind, and that you get out of your head where there might be just fear, and pray, because this is the Hierophant, or ask somebody who is spiritual, or your church priest, or an advisor who is spiritual, that you can learn something and that you can take a path that is more spiritually correct for you. To also see somebody who can help you with money, or who puts things into place to then have a complete breakdown of your old life into something new. This could even be a move or a new opportunity for a new job, but it definitely feels like a wake up, shake up. In other words, it's first a shock, and then it's an awakening. And an awakening is when we suddenly know we need to change to have changed circumstances. This then for the month of March for Scorpio, and you will actually go into a new beginning, because there is the Queen of Swords, which is a very much a divorced woman or divorced man, or very intellectual. And then the Ace of Rods is always taking action into new beginning with new leaves and flowers blooming. So it's new growth, it's a rebirth. So it's going to be okay. It's not dangerous. It's just life as life happens, and there is always an up and down. This then for the water signs. Till next month, wishing you well.